What up, everyone? Tosh here. Got a fun video for you today. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to pull out to 250 Jewel to shop with for some heroes and show you my process and how I'm going to evaluate and actually spend these heroes to get a nice kick, or spend these Jewel rather, to get a nice kickstart into DeFi Kingdoms. So it should be super fun. Hopefully, if you are new into DeFi Kingdoms, that this is a really helpful tutorial for you. If you want to get the latest and greatest DeFi Kingdoms content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash that like button for this video. Also note that nothing in this video is financial advice and that I am not a financial advisor. Always do your own research and take your own risks, and please don't invest more than you can afford to lose into this game. Let's go in, let's shop to the tavern. Alright, so I'm going to start off with 250 Jewel, a little more right now, and we can see here highlighted, this is about $1,820 right now. So I think this is a pretty healthy investment into DeFi Kingdoms. This is going to be plenty to get your hero stash up and running and start making some passive income. It's going to allow you to summon some heroes and have some flexibility with that, with your options. You can certainly get into this game with less money than that. I would recommend that you do look for better heroes, though, if you're only looking for one hero to start off with. So keep that in mind, but always do your own research and make sure that this is a comfortable decision for what you're looking for to get out of this game. I also want to comment that I don't think that this is an extremely high barrier to entry for a pay-to-earn game. So for a regular game, this is way different. It's like, whoa, it costs $1,800 to play this game. Like, what is going on here? This is a totally different ecosystem than a normal game, and we really can't make those same comparisons. But compared to some of the other pay-to-earn games that play-to-earn games that I've been playing and have investigated, something like Axie Infinity to get a good team really costs about $3,000 to $4,000. So again, I think you get a lot of utility with this 250 Jewel here, which currently is valued around $1,800. So we went over this graphic in the last video, but if you're on the short stack, I think this is a really important graphic to pay attention to. So this is looking at the summoning cost for the different heroes, depending on their generation and how many summons they've engaged in. So for the Gen 1 and Gen 2 heroes, our first couple summons are about 16 and 26 Jewel for the first one, and then it goes up 2 Jewel for every summon that happens after that. So these are pretty affordable amounts, and I think that you're likely to recover your costs if you can summon within these ranges. But if we're looking at some of the higher generations, especially if we're only looking at basic class heroes, it's going to be much more expensive to summon. So I would try to stay away from Gen 3 and beyond if this is going to be your first hero and that you're trying to establish a pool. So try to stay within the Gen 1 and Gen 2. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look for our first hero. I personally don't think it's that important to commit to any particular hero at the start unless you're really interested in a particular quest. For me, I think that mining and gardening are going to be most lucrative for the people that have been here for a while or have a significant amount invested into the game, because the higher amounts that we have locked and in pools, I believe that the rewards are going to increase in multiplicatively. But for fishing and foraging, these are going to be much more luck based. So it's kind of like summoning a mythic hero would be like grabbing a pet egg off of a fishing pole, and that was going to be a huge gain. So maybe if you're on the shorter stack, that might be a little bit more favorable to focus on fishing or foraging, but we're not going to focus on that too much within our hero selection here today. We're going to assume for intents and purposes that all of the professions are awesome. Alright, so I've got the shop open now, no filters applied yet, and we're looking at the heroes that are on the very floor. So I'm looking at these heroes. We've got a lot of Gen 5s, a lot of Gen 4s. Here's a Gen 2 left. Actually, this is a pretty decent swipe. Gen 2 with 6 summons left for only 47 Jewel. We're going to hold off for a little bit. We're going to look at some other options. But you can see here on the very floor that most of these heroes don't have very many summons left, and that's huge because it does affect how many summons that the offspring has. It's going to be the lowest amount of that the summoner has, -1, is the offspring. So for example, if you have a summon with a hero that has 6 summons remaining and 7 summons remaining, that offspring is going to have 5 summons remaining. So really important to pay attention to that, because the more summons that you have, those are actually worth income if you want to rent out or use those to summon some heroes. So again, we're not going to really look at these Gen 3s and higher, because they're just going to be really expensive to summon with, and it's really going to hold you back and not guarantee much for you. So let's look at the Gen 1s at first. Let's go. All right, again, so Gen 1s tend to be pretty highly desirable because they have that really cheap summoning cost. So even the Gen 1s on the floor are 75 jewel right now. Oof, that's a little steep, and that's going to cut a significant amount. And these heroes here, again, they only have like 4 or 5 summons left. If we're trying to establish our pool, we need to get a hero that has lots of summons. So what we're actually going to look at is to have 8 or more summons. So that's going to kind of be our criteria, and we're going to scroll through these. A lot of updates to the shop today. We got like these cool little icons for the rarity now, and a bunch of new filters. I believe they're still working on the summon, like number of summons remaining filter. So that is a work in progress. Hopefully we do see that soon, but I know that's on the radar of the devs. So let's scroll through these and see if we can find one with 8. So we've got one here at 6 for 90 jewel. Ooh, these are starting to get a little expensive. I don't think we've seen higher than 6 yet at 90 to 100. Oof. All right. Well, let's keep looking a little bit. Let's see like how much of our first one that has 8 summons is going to cost. So this one has 7 remaining. It's 115. So see, that value is actually going up with more summons. And that's legitimate value because you can just rent those out, and that's pretty good money. All right, so here's 2 of these guys with 8. And remember, when we're for my last video, we want to look for about 20 stats in any given profession. So both these heroes are kind of well balanced and don't really have that because let's look at for fishing, they have 17 points, agility and luck. Gardening, they have 13 points, not great. Mining, they got 16 points with strength and endurance, and foraging, they've got 16 points with dex and intellect. So not a really great hero here, even though it's got the summons that we want. 120 jewel too, that's more than half of our pool. This might be a little bit too pricey. Let's go ahead and extend our search options into the Gen 2s. All right, cool. So now we've got the filter on to also include our Gen 2s, and we can see the floor is way lower. Instead of 75, we've got some Gen 2s at around 48 to 50 here. Again, we don't really want these because they don't have very many summons. We want to get lots of summons. Like, look even this. It's a shiny uncommon with 5 summons remaining for 50 jewel. So this is greatly cheapened the price by expanding into Gen 2s as well. Let's find like how much our one costs that has 8 or more summons. Scrollily-doo. All right, we've got 7 here for 55. That is not a bad pickup. And look, this has a summoner subclass, so kind of interesting there. Not a bad hero. It's got 20 points for fishing, and it's got mining bonus. A lot of people like that. Not a really good miner, though, with only 13 points in strength and endurance. This is a pretty decent hero, though. Not a bad pickup at all. We want to look for 8, though. 8 is really an arbitrary number, but I think if you want to maximize summons, you're just getting your pool up, that 8 is going to be really good to get yourself going and like not have to worry about running out of summons, because when you run out of summons, you need to get a new hero. All right, let's check this guy out. He had 7 as well for 60. Not bad. 19-point gardener. Let's keep looking. All right, sweet. We've got 8 here on a monk. Or sorry, this is a knight here. 60 jewel, 20 points in mining. Excellent. This is a great hero. 18-point gardener too. Excellent hero here for just 60 jewel. And think about if we plan on summoning with this guy 4 times, then the summoning difference between a Gen 2 and a Gen 1 is going to be 40 jewel. So if we only plan on summoning 4 times with this hero, it's actually a much better deal to get this guy than go for the Gen 1. So I think we're actually going to pick this guy up. Let's look at how much a 10 summon costs first, but I think we're going to get this guy. Okay, so looking at the shop, I actually recall that since Gen 1s always have 10 summons, Gen 2s can have the max of 9 summons. So the Gen 1s with 10 summons are going to be pretty expensive. But we did find a Gen 2 with 9 summons remaining right here at 69 as well. We also have a Gen 2, 8 summons remaining. This one's uncommon. Really good, actually. 21 points for gardening. So super legit hero there. But I think we're actually going to go with the knight. I like the miners, and a lot of people like the miners too. So if we can sell the heroes that we produce, then we can make even more heroes. So let's go ahead and find that knight again for 60. Hopefully he's still there. 60 knight. Is he still here? Yeah, here he is. Let's double check. So he's got the 8 summons left, 20 points in mining. Great hero here, 60 jewel. Sick. Let's get him. All right, cool. So if the goal here is to summon heroes, we're going to need some tiers. You can go ahead and run the wishing well quest real quick. I did it with that hero. He didn't get anything, so boop. But let's see how much 20 tiers cost. That's 2.6 jewel. Super reasonable. That's not going to hurt us at all. I've got a bunch right now, so I'm not going to buy these. Never mind. We'll buy them. We could always use more tiers. It'll make our totals more accurate. All right, awesome. So we have several different options from here. The first option that you could do is that you could go over to the portal and you could try summoning with this guy with a rented hero right away. So let's look at what that option looks like right now. We're going to select him. I love the UI adjustments here. It actually has the summoning cost like back in the UI. You see that? Ooh, 26 jewel. So not too bad to summon a hero. And then let's see what our rental cost is going to be. So we want to reset this. Knights pair well with warriors, and that's going to get us to our our paladin if we get lucky. And again, what's really nice here is that they put the total summoning cost here in the rental UI. Absolutely love it. I must have been Pie Face or Raspberry Swirl, one of those ladies that got that together. It looks excellent. So we can see here what we want to look for is we want to also have a high summoning rental, because whatever the partner is going to bring down the summoning or the amount of summons that the offspring has. So ideally we want to get an 8 because we paid to get 8 or for an 8, and we can get 7 summons remaining on the offspring. So this one has 7, and that's going to be 38 jewel total, and it's a Gen 3. So that's actually not bad to hire with, but let's find the 8. How much is that going to cost us? Oh yeah, so here it is, 8 for the warrior, and it's 46 jewel to summon total, so not bad. Let's scroll around just the prices that are close by, see if we can get a better deal. But no, that looks great. The main thing is that we wanted the summons left, so our offspring has a lot of summons. Oh wait, I can't read, guys, that's a 6. Alright, let's keep scrolling. The text is really small. It would be cool if that was a little bit bigger. Alright, so scrolling, we're scrolling for an 8. We're starting to get a little pricey now. So the warriors and the knights to rent out are pretty pricey. Okay, here's a 9. Wow, a 9 for 26 jewel. That's perfect. So 19 for the higher, 26 for the summon. So I actually got it wrong. These are separate prices, so we'll have to add these together. That is not a bad price, though. This warrior is the same, so we can actually compare these two cards and see which one's better. So this one's a miner, this one's a fisher. This one has a little better on the stats. It's really hard to compare these two. They're very similar to each other. This is going, that one's worse. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just pick this one and hire this hero. All right, so I'm not actually going to run this rental here, but I'll show you what it looks like. We could produce a new hero for 71 jewel. So also note that with this new hero, the new hero would not be able to breed or summon with the knight because it's the knight is its parent. So that's one rule, is that you can't have one step away from the offspring and have them summon together. So if we wanted to, our best option would be to either rent out the heroes or to hire a new hero to summon with those guys individually. And we're going to look at the other option of how much it's going to cost to get a warrior. All right, so we're going to go back to the tavern. We're going to see how much it costs to find a good summoning pair for our knight that we picked up. So we're going to look at warriors, and we're going to again limit this to Gen 1 and Gen 2 so we can get those cheaper summoning costs. I think it's going to be more likely that we're going to get a Gen 2 here because the Gen 1s, they don't seem as good of value. Gen 2s are actually much cheaper to summon with. But again, if we're like depleting the summons, then the Gen 1 might actually be the way to go because that's 10 more jewel to summon with that hero for each time. So again, we're looking for 8 here. Since our hero has 8, we don't want to waste any summons. So 8 here, we've got a warrior wizard for 79 jewel. I actually think that's a fine deal. His stats aren't great. He's only got 19 points for mining. Let's see what else we can find, but we might just go with that anyway. I'm not too concerned about stats, especially like if I don't think that this hero is gonna stay on my team. So think about the point that you're gonna sell it at and base your prices off of that as well. So, and if it's a really good hero, so if it has 21 or more stats as an uncommon or common for any particular profession, then that's actually going to be a pretty solid hero. So it doesn't look like we're gonna do anything better than that. We've got 8 summons for 79 jewel on a warrior, so we're gonna go ahead and pick this up and go for the summoning route. Let's do it. All right, cool, let's do this. So we've got our 2 heroes back up in the summoning portal. We've got 109 jewel remaining, and this summon is going to cost us 52 jewel. The next one's going to go up by 4 since they would have both engaged in a summon. And right now, since they both have 8, the offspring is going to have 7. So we're producing a Gen 3 with 7 summons for 52 jewel, and we're randomizing the rarity, and we're giving a chance at an advanced class with the Paladin. So lots of cool stuff going on with this summon. Let's go ahead and give it a whirl. I'd put the summoning hat on, but my camera's actually resting on it. Maybe Tosh can afford like an actual camera stand soon. Oh wow, they got timers on the crystals now. Oh, they don't work though. It's a little bit off, Mr. Fox. That's okay. I ain't complaining. I'm happy to see it. As you can see, I'm very impatient when I summon. I even turn the summoning music on. There's no way we're gonna get something good. Watch, a Mythic Paladin comes out. Mythic Paladin. That's what we want. That would be the holy grail here. If you get that, that's like a $10,000 hero fairly easily. Probably even more. Oh, wait, no, that's not a paladin. That's a warrior. I got excited. Let's see. Oh, dang. Legendary, though. That is sick. This is a great hero. All right. Wow, 23 points in mining. This is excellent. We lucked out here. Like if this were you, you definitely just won like a 3x at least. Let's go ahead and look at what happened. So 19 points for gardening, 23-point miner on a warrior with 7 summons left. Not bad at all, guys here. Excellent. And then crap forager and then crap fisher, but he's got fishing bonus. So excellent hero. This is lucky as heck. Let's go ahead and just get a quick comparison on the tavern of what this hero is valuated at. So we spent about 200 jewel and we got 2 heroes, and then we just summoned our 3rd hero. This guy is DANK. So he is a warrior and he is legendary and he's Gen 3. Let's see what the market looks like here. So he also had 7 summons remaining. Look at all these guys. They have 6 or fewer. So I would evaluate that hero maybe around 400 jewel, like somewhere valued in between here. So, you know, we spent 200 jewel and we got 2 heroes, and we can recover twice that value with that lucky pull there. All right, so with those 3 heroes that we now have, we still have 57 jewel remaining. It did cost, I believe, 58 jewel for the next summon that will occur. So we're not quite there, but you could potentially start to farm some tiers with the heroes and try to get those 20 tiers that you need to summon to break a little bit of that cost. And I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 jewel is not going to be that difficult to come across. So that's going to get you another hero we can summon with that same combo. Again, that's going to produce a Gen 3, and now the next one's going to have 6 summons remaining since since they both now currently have 7 summons remaining. So awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. That was super fun. Like, I love pulling a legendary, so that was really cool. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, if you like the video, hit like. If you're making any new purchases soon, throw them into the comments. I'd love to check them out and see what you guys are doing and see if you're getting any lucky pulls like me. Again, there's pretty life-changing money to be made here. Like that gain that we just had with like it's about a 200 jewel profit. That's almost right now jewel's about $7, so that's almost $1,400 profit that we just made in like 20 minutes. So really cool here. DeFi Kingdoms is awesome. Hope you guys enjoy this guide. Check you all next time. Make sure to subscribe. Laters.